Hello everyone and welcome to a new podcast video. Here is your host Manu, and what is this about? Basically it's a video about things that we'll be discussing, and it's all about listening, so you can easily put your laptop or phone somewhere and put your headphones or speaker on and just listening to what I'm gonna say. So my hope with this is not really to be right, but most of the times I just want to sparkle some sort of new ideas and things to think about, new perspectives and things like this. So every time I come up with a new topic, something to discuss, talk about, or go through, and most of the times I come out with the topic on the spot or a few minutes before making one of these. I like to improv a little bit. Obviously, I go through my life, I think about things, I notice things happening around me, and I think about how, you could do those things differently, or maybe I do something on my own, and then I say, well, that didn't work that well, maybe I can do it a little bit differently, and that sort of, in my mind, become like a story that I can tell. Like, okay, I did this, didn't work. The result that I wanted was different. How can I can improve in this way? What didn't work was this. Okay, now I can do it differently. So the thing that today I would like to talk is sort of related to this, and it's something that somehow I've been practicing directly or indirectly, and I will go through it. So today I want to talk about on how to make an event. What is this event usually? What do I mean by event? It's some sort of gathering, meeting of any sort, and you can use these concepts at work or even in your personal life. You can make your own clubs at work, or you can even organize your own birthdays, as you prefer. But the concepts behind what I'm gonna discuss, they're very general. You can apply that very easily. So how do you want why would you want to organize an event? Well, for any reasons. It might be because you like to organize events. It might be because it's a special event, you want to do something about it. It might be a surprise party for someone. Something special is happening and you would like to organize people around it and sort of discuss or have fun with your friends. But it's not always easy to do it. Like, how do you start? How can you manage finding the venue, the room? How can you invite people? What is the right timing for that? And I don't think there is actually a right timing. There are just concepts that you should just apply, and everything will just work out pretty easily. Because believe it or not, the most important thing that you have to take care of is basically not lose your mind. That's what it is. Just be calm and do the things that you're more comfortable doing. And the simple steps to then invite people and find a venue can happen at any sort of moment, but you have to do it in time and step by step. So I'm gonna tell you what I usually do and sort of works out. Then you can change it slightly. So the thing that usually works out is, first of all, find a consensus. So understand, asking around or telling around if people are okay or not with the event. So usually with birthday parties, you just say, I want to do a birthday party. I think I'm gonna do it this day. If it's instead at work, it's a little bit more complicated, but you can use lunch breaks and talk with a few colleagues, or you can do surveys, which works perfectly fine. But it takes time to get to some sort of consensus, so give yourself a week to ask to your core friends, and remember you have core friends, to come to the event. So you already know, so your core friends are people that whatever you say, they're gonna follow you. And at least you have some friends that you can hang out with. This will be the main point from where you start looking for the venue or the place. So you usually want to start finding your consensus 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks before, better 3 weeks obviously, before the time or the day that you want to do the event. Second, decide the day of the event. Once you know your friends and you've given some sort of date, you want to make sure that most of them are gonna be there. It's likely that some of them might not be able to come to that day. You might be like, okay, I'm gonna do it another day, and then maybe other friends won't be able to make it. So you make the decision. It's also very important you make your decisions in this. If you're very committed to a specific day, well, go for it. If you can be flexible, try to be flexible to have as many people as you want, or the people that you want at least. And if the core friends will try to be there, if they have very stupid reasons, well, maybe they're not really your core friends. So this point, you have friends, you have some sort of date. Now you can start, or it's time to basically look for a venue, or a room, or book a place, or set up the meeting. So usually at work this comes out immediately, because you just have to book a room from some tool that usually the company has. It might be just that they have just one room, so that's what it's gonna be. I think nowadays that we are all working online, it can be pretty convenient to just do the event online. Doesn't really, you have to discuss about something, it's just a meeting, so why having a room? Some people like to have a room. I don't have many preferences. You can do as you want. It's actually very convenient to do it online, so anyone can join at any moment. There are some people which are very strict about people being there, being in person, because it gives you another feeling. People are more less distracted. Sure, but online meetings, you can take videos and people can watch it multiple times. In-person meetings, instead, all the attention has to be there. So I understand why people would like to still be in traditional terms and do in-person meetings, but I don't think that nowadays is that important anymore. There are options, at least. That's what I'm saying. Instead, if you have, it's a personal event, birthday parties, bachelor parties of any sort, you have to find and book a room. So usually I do it as soon as I have, or I ask my core friends, and I try to find a room which is slightly bigger than the ones of my core friends, or the number of my core friends. And if possible, I find or I look for a venue that has different options. So imagine that I invited my core friends. They're gonna say yes, but I still want to invite more people for any reason. Maybe these are friends that have been known for a long time and they would like still to come to my event and have fun, In that case, you know, you don't really know who is coming and who is not. So you have to sort of give yourself the option of a venue that, you know, give you a room, but you can keep inviting people, and as soon as you pass that threshold, you can book the other room. And it's not always possible. You know, there are some timing issues. So imagine that, you know, the venue has two rooms. One is smaller and one is bigger, and you initially book the smaller room, and then you start you know, you have your core friends, but you start inviting more and more people. At that time, as soon as you hit that threshold where the small room it's not enough, you have to ask to the venue if the big room is still available. If it's not available anymore, you cannot invite any more people. You're gonna be a little bit you're gonna fill up the small room, but you please just keep in mind that you cannot invite anymore. So then there is the point of, okay, so I have to sort of prioritize who to invite and who to not invite. And in order to do that, so at this point we solve the problem of, we have solved these following problems. We have found our core friends and we asked them, we got a consensus, we have picked a day which all our core friends are gonna be there, and we have found a venue and there are some options. If possible, if there are none options, well, I booked a room at least, and I'm sort of trying to fill up the room. At that point, I'm basically inviting people to fill up the room and possibly start thinking about another room. Okay, it might be also be possible that you are looking for a small room in one place, in one venue, and a bigger room in another venue. You can manage that too, but you cannot, it's gonna be difficult to book both of them, and the owner of the place is gonna be extremely pissed if you cancel one of them just way before. It's much better to actually just keep yourself, just make the owners aware, but book one of the rooms. You start with a small room, and you just let the owner of the place know, well, you know, I'm just gonna fill up people, and if my friends are gonna be too many, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna probably switch room, and it's gonna be okay with that. So at this point we solved the problems with the venues, consensus, day, venue, and now you're inviting people. And how do you manage the people that you're inviting? It's basically, you need a list of people that you want to ask. Then you have a list of people that say yes, we are 90% sure that we are coming. It's never 100%, so don't worry about that. And then you have a list of people that say maybe. And how do you make these numbers work out? It's, you assume that all the people that say yes are gonna come, so that number will increase in the will account for the number of people that are coming. So imagine that 15 people said yes, you have 15 as a base, and then you have all your maybes, list of maybes, that it depends on the situation, maybe less or more, but of all those maybes, you account for around 30% of them are probably gonna come. So if you have, let's be easy, 12 people as maybe, more or less you should account for 4 of them to come in the end, in any random order. Now the truth is, so in this case you have 15 plus 30% of 12, so you're gonna have 19 to 20 people. So you should probably in the end book for a room that contains at least 20 people. But and this is just a final note, the truth is not that all the people that say yes will come, and it's not true that actually 4 people out of those 12 in the maybe list will come. So it's probably going to be a sort of mix, but in the end you're gonna have around 20 people. You might have more people in the maybe list coming, and some people in the yes list not coming, because by the day they say, you know what, I just woke up and I didn't feel it like that, so I'm not coming. You have people like that, and well, they say one thing and they do the other. What can you do about that? But you still accounted for that uncertainty with the maybe list, and that somehow works out. So at this point, and this is also very important, once you do your event, you have to put your presence into it. So imagine that it's a working place and you made this your own club. You should be the one presenting the club, and you should be the one talking about an argument, at least the first argument for the club. This is a club example. Or at least you have to be, if you are the host of the event and there are speakers, you should be the one managing the hosts, because you have done all of this. You should be the one directing it somehow. If it's a bachelor party, your birthday party, you should be there. I know it sounds, you would assume that the person that organized an event would be there, but believe me, that's not always the case. I've seen it happening, and that was so weird to see it happening, because apparently the guy got drunk and he couldn't go out of his room anymore, go out even before of his bachelor party. That was interesting to see. That was not me, huh? And you have to make presence, and in the case of a birthday party, you should be there and also have fun. So don't feel that you have to make everyone else around you having fun. People will have fun naturally. They will all hang out together. You don't have to be the center of attention at every second of the event. Just make your thing and just be there. Just talk with the people that you can, because it's physically impossible for you to talk with everyone at the same time. Just go here, go there, go up and go down. People will keep coming at you, will keep interrupting you. Just follow the flow, and just enjoy yourself. And people will see that you're enjoying yourself. If you're so stressed out because not everyone is having fun, also other people will not have fun. And so that's actually a vicious cycle of more people not having fun, you're not having fun, so more people not having fun. The vicious cycle happens from you, from having fun. You have fun, other people will see, oh well, I'm not having fun, but the person that is supposed to have fun is having fun, so good event. It's fun in the end. So it's actually a virtuous cycle. The more people are having fun, you're gonna be, oh, people are having fun, so I'm having fun too. But it starts from you. And then this last note is, not everyone is gonna have fun. Just accept it. Actually, it might be also for you a wake-up call to see who is actually going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. There is always going to be someone that's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be like, no, I'm not enjoying this event, and they're going to come at you and tell you, this event is not working, and you're going to be like, you accept the feedback and be like, yeah, sorry, but you're not supposed to feel that bad. Accept that you're human, you make mistakes, you try to do the event in a particular way. It didn't work out for everyone, but most of them have fun, so that's very important. It's not easy at all to organize big events or events in general. So the fact that someone comes in and there are still 20 to 30 people around and they're sort of having fun, and this person comes to you and says, nothing's working, it's like, you have no understanding. Really, what are you saying? But in the end, you just take the feedback, and hopefully the next time you're gonna do it better. And probably the next time you're not gonna invite this person, because what the fuck. And in some cases you try to invite people somehow differently. You invite people that are a little bit you haven't known for that long, maybe for a few weeks, but you know, you have the feeling that, oh, this person is great, so I should be inviting it. And then it turns out that this person was just looked like to be a great person, but instead it was just some person that was just somehow hanging out with you, and it was working, but in the end you are very different point of views. So this is what I wanted to talk about, and how to organize the event. I'm gonna summarize it for you. Again, I'm sorry if I took so long, but in the end you need some time. You know, an event gets created in a matter of 3 or more weeks, so take your time. In the first week you should start finding a consensus with your core friends, deciding a day. Then in the second week you should start looking for a venue and give yourself different options, and at the same time you're gonna start inviting people. Hopefully the venue will confirm as soon as possible. So as soon as you have a venue, you start inviting more people, and then you sort of adapt to the situation. So if more people are gonna come in, you're gonna switch venue if possible, or room if possible. And then when there is the event, be there. It still make me laugh. And you know, have fun, enjoy your event. And if someone comes in and be like a pain, just you know, accept that it's just being a pain, get the feedback and be like, okay, thank you, bye. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So if you follow my these steps, which are super relaxing, and even if you're a very anxious person, they're just gonna work out by themselves. If they work out for you, just let me know in the comments on the video. I hope that it, you know, you give it a try and see how it goes. And maybe you find new ways, or maybe you want to tweak it a little bit. Just write everything in the comments. If you like the content or what I talk about, just like the video and subscribe to always be informed or up to date to my newest videos. And see you next time. Bye.